Anime is just as brainwashing as any other media. The authors are brainwashed, just like anyone else. In this scene, someone is recovering from a fever, so they're fed canned peaches. Canned foods cause tonsillitis because of the heavy metal poisoning from the can, and the peaches are pasteurized. Even if they weren't, they're nothing but fiber, pesticides, and sugar, and then they're covered in a sugar syrup. They never use organic ingredients for canned foods. How in any way are canned peaches healthy? Why would someone think that's a good idea to give to a sick person? He doesn't even give any actual reasons. It's pure mental illness. Bitterness is something that's tied into the suffering is healthy trope. In The Rising of the Shield Hero, a demi-human eats some plants and cries because it's bitter, and the hero says, "Good medicine's supposed to taste bitter." It's absolute brain rot. The demi-human girl just consumed caffeine and oxalates, and the so-called hero thinks he helped her. Instead, he just brainwashed her into giving herself kidney stones in the future. Should be called Rising of the Shield villain. It's funny because in the show he's accused of using his shield to brainwash people, but he doesn't need to do that. He just passes his brainwashing onto other people with no powers needed. It's quite meta because you, as a viewer, are being brainwashed as you watch the show. In Gabriel of Dropout, there's a scene where coffee is portrayed as elegant to consume, and someone obsesses over it as if it's not poison. Like, making coffee is portrayed as an art form to effect, instead of a toxic bean soup. They should have drawn in some dark eye circles on the guy to reflect it. In Insen Academy, during a pack, the protagonist goes to a demi-human school and at the cafeteria scoffs at the offering of raw meat, despite being a character that supposedly knows all these animal facts and should know that's perfectly fine to eat raw meat. He has access to a vending machine that offers raw fish and raw meat, and acts like he was just offered dirt for food. He asked for salted grass and said to cook the meat. It's a joke, because his shtick is being someone who's read up on animal facts, yet he's never even heard of Pottinger's cats, and he feeds his cooked garbage to his animal friends, one of which is an actual cat. I was waiting for the episode where he feeds some pesticide-ridden farmed fish kibble. The show acts like he's some sort of expert when he's just another typical slave. In Remon Monster, the main character has literally been eating raw meat all their life and enjoying it. And as soon as they get the chance, they cook the meat, even though you would notice that's less satiating once you've been eating raw meat for all this time. Someone who actually did that would notice that cooked meat sits in your stomach, unlike raw meat, when you eat to satiation. It's propaganda to make you think cooking is an upgrade. In Butrabbia, the story of a man turned into a pig, the protagonist is isekai'd because they ate raw pig liver, so it's more anti-raw meat propaganda. How about a story where someone dies from acute pancreatitis from drinking carrot juice, or someone needs to have their foot amputated from diabetes because of all the carbohydrates they've been eating their whole life? You see, it's only when you go against the mainstream that you're targeted. When you do something stupid that supports the mainstream, it's swept under the rug and seen as an unpreventable natural disaster. In Kyogonia, there's a scene where the main character hallucinates rice balls, which implies he was isekai'd from modern Japan, and He wants to bring it into his new world. He acts like rice balls are natural food instead of arsenic-ridden seed sludge. You have lectins, folic acid, and sugar, but you put it into a bowl, and now you think you've invented something great. As if that's the thing you're supposed to make. No, you're supposed to throw it out. Amazing modern invention. That's why you have to be careful about consuming media, even if it's not as woke as traditional media. The anime industry is being financially pressured to comply with the Western message. Just like how the whole world adopted the American food pyramid, they're going to adopt American social values. You have to be aware of the agendas being pushed, otherwise you'll be subtly brainwashed. That's why, if you have children, you have to warn them about these things. The most dangerous brainwashing is the one you're not aware of.